Welcome MSc2 Physics students. MSc2 Physics, Paper 2nd, PHCT 242, Material Science. In this course, we will see Module 1st, Properties of Materials and Defects in Solids. Material science is a combination of two popular words used in engineering, such as materials and science. Scope of material science is confined to study of that part of material which are useful to engineer or technologists in the practice of his profession to serve the needs of modern civilization. So, material means engineering materials and that are limited only to solid materials. Material science is a combination of metallurgy, physics, chemistry, and engineering. Types of materials are crystalline and amorphous. Also, there are other types such as metals, ceramics, polymers, composite, etc. Today we are going to study the first property of material, that is the mechanical property. So let's see what is mechanical property. Mechanical property is the property of material that determine material's behavior under applied forces. This property expressed as function of stress, strain, etc. Simply, it tells how material behave when some load is applied to it. To understand mechanical properties, first we have to study what is the stress and strain. We know that when we apply load to any material, it may either deform or break, which depends on first magnitude of load applied, second nature of material, and third cross-sectional area. Stress is defined as the force divided by cross-sectional area, which is mathematically equal to pressure. Next, strain. When body is subjected to external force, there is some change in dimension of body. Ratio of this change in dimension of body to its original dimension is called as strain. It is dimensionless quantity. These are some mechanical properties. Let us see one by one. First one is strength. It is the capacity of material to withstand destruction under action of external loads. As stronger the material, greater the load it can withstand. For example, take a pen and chalk. Hold the pen with two hands and try to bend it by application of force. Do same procedure with the chalk, but you can observe that as the pen is stronger, it can withstand the load, but chalk breaks easily. When we apply external load on object, it get deformed, that is, changes its shape and size. There are two types of deformation. First is elastic deformation. Once forces are removed, object returns to its original shape, which is reversible process. Example of elastic deformation is rubber band. Second type of deformation is plastic deformation. It is an irreversible process which involves displacement of atoms through substantial distance from their equilibrium position. Based on this deformation, next properties are brittleness and toughness. First is brittleness. Material is said to be brittle if it fails without any plastic deformation. For example, chalk. Next is toughness. It is defined as the energy absorbed before fracture. Toughness is withstand with both plastic and elastic deformation. For example, if a load is applied to a piece of mild steel and a piece of glass, mild steel absorbs much more energy before failure occurs. So, mild steel is more tougher than glass. Next property is hardness. It is closely related to strength and it defined as ability of material to resist scratching, abrasion, cutting, indentation. Now we study next property, ductility. It is a property of material which enables it to draw out into a thin wire. For example, mild steel is a ductile material. Good example of ductile material is gold. As gold is a ductile material, we can use it in jewelry and most of the ornaments. Next property is plasticity. It is the ability of material to undergo some degree of permanent deformation without rupture. It increases with temperature. Next property is elasticity. It is the property of material by virtue of which deformation caused by applied load disappear upon removal of load. It is the temporary deformation because as soon as load is removed, the deformation disappears. Example, rubber band. Next property is stiffness. Resistance of material to elastic deformation is called as stiffness. As more resistance to elastic deformation, material suffers slight deformation under the load and so higher degree of stiffness. For example, steel beam is more stiffer than aluminium beam. Let us study next property, fatigue. This phenomena leads to fracture under repeated or fluctuating stress. This property of material therefore determines its behavior when subjected to many thousands or even millions of cyclic loads, so that maximum stress is developed in each cycle is well within elastic range of material. If failure occurs under this condition, the material is said to have low fatigue strength. Applications of this property are generally observed in motor shafts, bolts, gear teeth, suspension bridges. About 80 to 90% of total failure of high speed machine parts is due to fatigue. The next property is creep. The slow and progressive deformation of a material with time at constant stress is called creep. Metals generally exhibit creep at high temperature, whereas plastics, rubbers, and similar amorphous materials are very temperature sensitive to creep. Last mechanical property is malleability. Malleability of a material is its ability to be flattened into thin sheets without cracking by hot or cold working. Good example of malleable material is gold.